I can't believe the night lay waste to all we'd given. But honestly, you've gotta know that this ain't living. But we could run from Elysium and let it burn, let it burn. You've gotta know that nothing lasts forever. I can't believe myself. I never thought that this would be our end, but it's nothing new. And my lover's honesty, I could push it back down if I have to. If you want me to, 'cause we can run. And we can run, 'cause stars they fall all for you. So tell me now, what's left to lose if we run?
this journey we will find our souls begin to intertwine. Your heart of gold, so pure, divine, and I lost myself within the fire, breaking free from my desire. A heart of gold, forged to inspire. It's starfire. It's starfire. It's
It is officially 19 days of doing calisthenics, and today was a pull day. So we're doing some pulling, some front lever touches. Ugh. Okay, I'm not gonna hold this shit anymore. But yeah, anyway, we were doing some touches. We were doing a couple of planche sets after because I was bored. That was pretty much the day. I wouldn't really call it a half pull and half push day, mainly because I was doing a lot of pull sets and I just did random push attempts right after. So that was just kind of the idea of this day. So yeah, in terms of the touches, they were pretty good. For the first set, I was able to hit 3 seconds again. It might have been a PR as well from the last 3 seconds that I did. It was actually close to 4 seconds, so that's a pretty big achievement. Now, of course, after those sets, my strength gradually decreased and couldn't hold the touch any longer consistently, so yeah, that was that. And then right after that, I also, of course, did some banded work. There was some conditioning for the touch like I usually do. Nothing too special about it. Just really utilizing that band and utilizing my technique with the band, right? I was going into the light band, and then once I was exhausted with that, I went over to the medium band until I just got bored, because with the medium band, I can't really get exhausted unless I do medium band sets for like a really long time. But yeah, after that, I just did some attempts of push up to press. It's kind of testing where my strength is at, because I don't usually do like sets of 1-1-1 anymore, but I did try one of those, and to my surprise it was really clean, which does kind of prove that dirty volume, you know, what I'm doing with my push sets actually works. If you notice, I do really bad form for my push-up to press. Just kind of get volume using that, what I call Nathan Bosech method, or essentially, I don't know, I would just call it fucking elite calisthenics method. Well, elite level calisthenics athlete method, because, you know, all of them kind of use this bad form to get good form type of training. So yeah, I was doing those, and yeah, they looked pretty good. I was mainly focusing on form. Next set, I also tried to attempt a little archer push-up for kind of actually my first try doing it. And I would count it. I don't think others would, because it might have been not deep enough. Usually when people do archer push-ups, it will be like kind of right here, right? But mine was kind of like right here. It was a little bit below 90 degrees, so I would count it. So yeah, that's with that. Now, for the other push sets, I also did walk-up press. Again, my first try, and it was pretty shitty, but as a first try, it's decent, I guess. I'm surprised it didn't fall over. So yeah, that was a walk-up press. And then next set, I did like a little fucking fun planche combo, just end things off. It looked pretty clean. I did a fucking little fish wiggle, you know, just for fun, and uploaded that as a reel. As you notice, like this whole entire video was pretty much like, I think it was called like 3x4 format, or like portrait format, or whatever the fuck it's called, because I wanted to make an edit like for Instagram and all of that. But yeah, that was day 19, but I do kind of want to take this time because I had, you know, some thoughts during this day of what to talk about. So here it goes. Where to start? Like, for this past couple of months, right, I always mentioned how my training has changed, and like I'm doing, you know, my philosophy, like doing as much set as possible, doing as much rest as possible, doing as much rest as possible as well. But also something that I've been stopping doing lately in my training is conditioning sets, like extra conditioning sets. And by conditioning sets, I mean like doing fucking flies with dumbbells, like, you know, this fucking standing planche presses, and then on the bench we're doing the fucking Zanetti flies, right? I completely stopped doing them, and I shifted my focus into doing just skills, like just attempts, just all of that. And that's like making that change into my training, I feel like gave me such huge progress compared to like the rest of my year's training. And here's why I think that is. Firstly, I am focusing more on like the actual exercise that I am training for, right? I'm making my goals clear. If I want planche hold, right, I want to be really good at planche, all I'm gonna do is just fucking planche. I'm gonna do push up to press. I want to get good at that.
So I'm just gonna do push-up to press. I'm gonna do attempts, right? It may be bad form, but later on it's gonna get better and better. Now I do use bands as well. You could call that conditioning, but I would say that's kind of like sets you can do. Let me just put this in a little format, right? The way I like to use bands is after I have burnt myself out with body weight sets, right? So let's say with the touch, I just cannot hold the touch anymore. Like I tried to touch, but I just can't do it. The set after that, I'm going straight into bands and I'm doing the exact sets I did that I was doing with body weight. And you notice that I was doing this during this workout, and it is for the purpose of me getting more volume and me learning the technique and getting used to technique a lot more as well. So that's kind of like the purpose of the bands. Hopping back into like conditioning exercises, I see a lot of YouTubers, really big calisthenics YouTubers, you know, when you look up how to learn a planche, they always recommend these conditioning exercises over things like attempts and negatives. They almost never suggest attempts. And I mean, I did kind of fall for this mentality as well, like, oh, you need to do more conditioning exercises so you can do the planche. But now I'm just confused on why they would recommend that, because it just doesn't make any sense. If you want the planche, you gotta do the fucking planche, right? I mean, it may not be simple for beginners, you know. If you're weak, you cannot fucking even do a tuck planche. But you can always start with something like planche leans. But those YouTubers, they always just like, I mean, it's not just YouTubers, it's like influencers and other people as well. They always try to tell you to do like fucking dumbbell flies like this and fucking Zen80 flies for the biceps and then for the front delt, like all that shit. I just think that it's not really necessary for the planche. The only purpose that conditioning exercises really serve, in my opinion, is for preventing injuries. And that is the only purpose. If you want to build strength for the planche, you gotta do something like that replicates the planche as much as possible, and that is by doing progressions, attempts, or even negatives. Like, I mean, of course bands work, but as I stated before, they're, you know, kind of part of the fucking sets, you know, after you're burnt out with the bodyweight reps, whatever. That's just kind of like my thoughts on conditioning exercises now. I don't do them as much because I don't feel like I have any injuries, like specific injuries that I really need to work towards. So that's why I don't do them. And I think attempts are really the biggest exercises for me to unlock skills and for me to improve on skills, because it really improves my proprioception, it really improves my fucking muscle memory for the skill, for like the strength of the skill. It just does everything for you. So yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'm going off of a tangent right now, but that's like the thought process for me right now. Do let me know what you think about this, guys, because I haven't heard anybody have this take before on regular condition exercises. So yeah, definitely let me know in the comments. But anyway, that'll be it for the commentary of this video. So I'll see y'all on day 21.